President of the Utica School Board. Good morning, Chris Salatino.
Good morning. You know what? It's great. It's been a while.
It has been a while.
It has been a while, and I miss you guys.
I saw you at Daylight Donuts.
We did.
But other than that, we haven't had you in studio, and we always have a lot to talk about, whether it's school issues or disaster issues around the world. Boy, you had to be looking at that potential dam out there in California.
We were looking at it. That, you know what? That is just flood. First of all, there's nothing worse than flood, as you know. And the second thing is
a 30-foot wall of water is going to be a problem.
It's detrimental. It's going to be hurtful to folks, and let's hope that they can get that under control and save some property.
All right, so this has been an interesting week. It started off Monday, and Jim Zecca and Tim Trent are in the midst of pushing forward a movement to redistribute the refugees that come to the area, so that they all don't land in Utica, and they did a lot of quoting of you in a West Virginia newspaper, which I'll read off a couple of quotes. Very supportive of diversity, Chris Salatino said, but it comes with a pretty large price tag.
Right.
Depositing refugee children in a school district without bringing money is an unfunded mandate. And it has been difficult for Utica schools. So with that said, how do you...
And that wasn't even... it looks like some words were turned around, and it's fine. You know what? And I think, how many times have I said on this show that the greatest part of the Utica School District is our diversity and what we have there. It makes us just such a wonderful district. My children attended there. They're prepared for the world when they go out there, and we do amazing things. And you think about last year, I think 8 out of the top 10 students were refugees, came here. So we're doing something right, but it comes at an amazing price tag, and you know how our budgetary constraints are. I just happened to hear you yesterday, so I brought some facts and figures for you. Let other folks decide on what they think it is and how it affects us. But at the end of the day, Bill, I'm here. I'm part of a collective board. We follow the laws and regulations that were set forth by our legislators, and ultimately, when we look at the problem that's systemic, if the people want change, then they need to talk to their legislators. From this point, I deal with what we have to do.
I do wonder, we'll get into the numbers in a second, but I put out a video yesterday talking about just this, that we're focusing on the wrong thing. If you're focusing on refugees and we're focusing on immigration, first of all, we're taking our eye off the ball when it comes to people coming into the country illegally, because illegal immigration is a problem in this country.
And that's the problem.
And let's not stop focusing on that by focusing on the people who are coming in legally and fleeing war-torn countries. The other thing is, to me, what's hurting Utica right now and what hurts West Utica and so many communities upstate is drug infestation, is the fact that these people are coming from within our own country. They're coming up from New York City, and they're pushing heroin on our kids and on our adults. And I think there is, if you could remove drugs, it would be a big.
You know what I think
it would be a big
good
change.
answer, and I agree with you.
Yeah.
But the problem we have is psychological treatment, and especially in this state, because even our insurances, they don't pay for more than maybe 5 treatments or whatever most insurance and it's not enough.
You're talking about mental health.
Mental health.
I agree with that too. Because I guess to say drugs is drugs is an element of it. There's more to it than that.
There is more to it than that. But I mean, if we start with proper treatment, I think you'd see a lot less issues with gun violence, with violence in itself.
Well, we've lost all of these facilities. We used to have all of these facilities, and they took care and kept track of people. They've been shut down, those facilities.
Well, I remember. And it wasn't. I think it was in the late '80s, early '90s, where they just opened
the doors. And
it was terrible.
'60s too, 1960s as well.
And it's not good. So we need to concentrate on mental health, and we even see it on the district. And we don't even have enough psychologists and social workers to really do the job we would like to do to deal with what we have here.
And if you remove refugees or immigrants from the school district, you still have a problem with the fact that the funding is off. The funding formula. The money that is still owed to the city of Utica. This is a real big problem.
It's a problem. Well, we talk foundation aid and gap elimination, and you hear me talking about that, and we'll probably get into it because I know you'll ask me questions about that. But at the end of the day, we have to supply special services to whether it's children with mental health issues, with low income, and of course the refugees. Yeah. But the refugees come with, social workers, psychologists, translators.
The aid is different. The aid is different too, and I want to talk about that on the other side.
Not what you think it is. Because like I said, I brought the numbers. So
let's get into the numbers next after the break.